hello America, world, universe, and whoever's illegally tapping into our neighbor's Wi-Fi. Welcome back to another episode of Griffin Gabbin'. I'm your host, Peter Tax Right-Off Griffin. And joining me is the baby with the brain, Stewie.
Yes, it's me, Stewie, here to grace your ears with superior wit and unfiltered commentary on a world spiraling into fiscal absurdity.
Today's hot topic, Trump's 2026 tax plan, or, as I call it, how to claim your neighbor's pool as a business expense.
Oh yes, Peter the plan, where everyone who owns a hot tub gets a government rebate because hydrotherapy enhances productivity.
He literally called it bubanomics. I swear, I saw it on TV.
The man tried to redefine economics using a jacuzzi and 3 coupons from Golden Corral.
So here's the deal, folks, according to this plan. If you say you're fired into a mirror 3 times while holding a golf club, you instantly qualify for a tax cut.
It's practically Beetlejuice, but with less coherence and more golf carts.
Ha, I tried it. All that happened was Lois burst in and yelled, "Stop screaming at the bathroom mirror like a lunatic."
What I find fascinating is the section labeled Executive Privileges for Patriotic Purchases. For patriotic purchases.
Oh yeah, like if you buy a 6-foot American flag and slap it on your lawn. You can write off your entire backyard as a national monument.
He actually called it the Freedom Field deduction.
Ha, oh my God. That's right, I made my grill into a memorial. I even stuck a little plaque on it that says, "In loving memory of Saturday ribs."
You tried to claim Meg as a dependent business liability, Peter?
She's been depreciating since 2007. That's fair use.
I submitted a fake LLC called Baby Time Enterprises and wrote off every diaper as hazardous material disposal.
Oh, God. I remember that. IRS sent a letter that just said stop.
The whole tax form now has a section titled Are You Awesome? And if you check yes, it auto-calculates a $3,000 refund.
I checked maybe, and it started playing a Kid Rock song.
The entire plan is based on vibes. Literally. There's a national vibe check on page 47. If you radiate alpha energy, you get double the deduction.
Quagmire showed up to the IRS in a leather jacket with an eagle tattoo and left with a yacht.
Meanwhile, Joe tried to deduct his wheelchair ramp as a freedom slide.
He said, "It's a gravity-defying symbol of liberty."
Chris asked if he could write off chicken nuggets as emotional support meat.
He said, "They helped me through tough times, like math."
The best part? Trump's proposal to replace the IRS agents with robots that yell you're broke. If your refund is under $10...
And if you owe money, the robot just sits on you until you Venmo the Treasury.
One of the appendices actually suggests replacing audits with vibe assessments by certified bros.
I got audited by a guy in Oakley's who made me do push-ups and answer questions like, "Do you love this country more than avocados?"
The man wore a tank top that said taxation is for the weak.
Lois caught me writing America 17 times on my W-2 and said, "This isn't a tax form. It's a Toby Keith album."
She's not wrong. You included a drawing of a bald eagle flexing.
I thought it would help my patriotism score.
The plan also introduces a new tax tier. Legend, it's for people who've been on reality TV and own more than 3 golf carts.
That means Trump's in a tax bracket above God.
God tried to claim Earth as a dependent and still got flagged.
You know, maybe it's not that the plan's crazy. Maybe we've been sane too long.
Or maybe, just maybe, Trump's tax plan is a performance art America never asked for, but somehow deserves.
I tried to write off my mustache trimmer as facial landscaping equipment.
I listed Brian's dog food as canine executive catering.
Meg put therapy via TikTok as a health care expense.
And we still got a refund.
The final line on the form literally says you're good, bro. And if you check yeah, you're done.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached peak bureaucracy, and it smells like spray tan and cheeseburgers.
Well, that's it for today's episode of Griffin Gabbin'. Tune in next time when we talk about Elon Musk's 2027 moon colony tax spoiler. It's crypto only.
And remember, if you're ever confused about your taxes, just do what Peter does and fly confidently.
That's the American way.
This episode was brought to you by Freedom Lawn Chairs. Sit down, pay less.
And Eagle Jerky tastes like liberty.
See you next time, peasants.
Nothing like a cold soda while dodging audits. Eh, Stewie?
Indeed. Although I'm still confused how you deducted that soda as a business refreshment.
I was refreshing, and I was in business.
What business?
The business of not getting dehydrated.
Honestly, this whole tax plan feels like a prank that got out of hand. There's a clause that says if you name your kid Donald Jr., you get a family tax credit and a signed photo of Trump holding a cheeseburger.
I tried to rename Chris to Donald Jr. on our TurboTax profile. It froze and played the Apprentice theme.
There's literally a section in the plan called the Wealthapalooza. It gives tax breaks to anyone who's ever yelled USA during a football game.
Joe tested it by shouting USA at the DMV. They gave him a sticker and asked him to leave.
My favorite? The gold tier home office rule. If your garage has a TV bigger than 60 inches and a fridge with light beer, it counts as a satellite office.
Which means Quagmire technically runs a Fortune 500 company from his man cave.
Hey ha ha ha! He named it Globagigity Inc.
Oh, remember that part where Trump said you could write off your opinions?
Yes, if they're strong, confident, and shouted on social media. Brian tried to deduct 5 angry tweets and a blog post about oat milk.
Lois tried writing off her book club. Said it was intellectual investment. I said watching cops is emotional therapy.
And you tried to write off your lazy boy recliner as a strategic comfort center.
That chair is strategic. It's where I make all my worst decisions.
The IRS form now has a box where you can just declare yourself too American to be taxed. It has a little bald eagle next to it. Clicking it makes your screenplay born in the USA.
That part crashed our computer. Chris was watching 5 conspiracy videos at once.
Speaking of conspiracies, the plan suggests eliminating complicated forms by switching to a vibe-based honesty system.
So instead of receipts, you just tell them what feels right.
Did you donate to charity? Yeah, I have the guy find his keys once. Boom, deduction.
Did you use your car for business? I drove to Taco Bell while thinking about my side hustle. Boom! Write it off.
Hi ha ha, home office now includes any space where you do at least one serious face.
I sat on the toilet once and thought about my bills. Boom, executive suite.
And don't get me started on the tax credit for patriotism shown during fireworks.
Oh yeah, I posted a photo of me saluting a sparkler. IRS sent me a $200 check and a coupon for Arby's.
Chris lit a Roman candle while singing the national anthem, got flagged for excessive freedom.
And that new tax form is wild. Just one page with 3 questions. Are you loyal? Do you own a flag? Do you like burgers?
If you answer yes to all 3, it sends your refund instantly via drone.
Mine came in a bald eagle-shaped envelope. Said, nice job, champ.
There's even a bracket called Hyper-American. It includes people who are camo and ironically use bacon as currency. Have argued with the Canadian.
I told the guy at Tim Hortons that maple syrup is just tree ketchup. Boom. Deduction.
You wrote off a whole trip to Duncan as a freedom-fueling expedition.
I was feeling up to argue with liberals online. That's digital combat. Stewie.
You even tried to claim your fantasy football league as speculative economic forecasting.
Hey! I called the Patriots' downfall 3 years ago. That counts as analytics.
You listed Peter Griffin as your CP.
Because I can't pay anyone else.
Hey ha ha ha, look! At the end of the day, this tax plan might be ridiculous, but we've all learned something important.
Yeah, anything can be a business expense if you say it loud enough and believe in America real hard.
And also, don't let Peter do your taxes.
Too late. I just opened an online firm tax and Waffles LLC.
Oh.
We audit your finances and make breakfast.
Do not trust this man with syrup and spreadsheets.
Well, folks, that's all for this episode of Griffin Gabbin'. Tune in next week when we analyze Ron DeSantis' no shoes. No taxes policy and whether flip-flops count as political statements. And remember, if the IRS ever comes knocking, just show them your patriotic socks and play the national anthem.
Or better yet, hide behind Meg.
Ha ha ha, she's the best tax shelter we've got.
Good night, America, and may your refunds be as inflated as Trump's ego.
I'm proud to be a tax evader.